Discipline versus motivation. What's the difference? Generally, motivation is a feeling and discipline is a decision. So we're going to break down what decisions are going to assist you to be the best physical you can be. Consider grabbing a pen or paper. I'm going to share with you a few key things on how you can take your fitness to the next level by being disciplined, not just being motivated, not just having a feeling, but being disciplined and making a decision to follow through on your plan, right? Let's take a look at it. The first thing I feel is very important is to have a very clear, very specific goal. So let's do a little goal setting exercise together right now. If you could wave a realistic magic wand and you could have your body, your health, your energy, any kind of way you wanted it to be, say between now and say a year from now, what would that look like for you? And then consider dialing it down into a very clear, specific goal and specific body weight. Right? So once you do that, that is your goal. Is important. That is your decision. You're deciding that is what you want. You pick a body weight or a specific size that you want to be. That is your decision. And if you can dig into why it's important to you, that's going to really be even next level. Like what it's going to do for you. You're going to feel better. You're going to have more energy. In the long term, you're going to stay away from, you're going to do the best you can to keep from getting a lot of the lifestyle diseases like heart disease and strokes and heart attacks and stuff like that. Diabetes, all kind of problems with leading an unhealthy lifestyle. But you decide what exactly it is that you want. You want that clear, you want that whatever it is for you, that specific body weight, that specific body fat percent, and you decide you're going to get it. You're going to decide that you're going to do it. You're going to have that lifestyle. So now that you have your body weight and body fat percent, let's set it up into a little affirmation so we can start programming the mind for you. And it goes like this, affirmation/prayer. I am happy and grateful now that I am, and then state your body weight and body fat percent. So I'll use myself as an example. My goal is to be at least 190 pounds and at or below 10% body fat. So how I say that affirmation/prayer every day is, I am happy and grateful now that I am at least 190 pounds and at or below 10% body fat. It's very clear, very specific. I made a decision. That's my objective. And how am I going to get there? The same way I'm going to share with you exactly what I'm doing to achieve that goal and what you can do to achieve your goal, particularly regards to training, nutrition, recovery, supplementation, and mindset. Those are what I call the big five. The big five important things that if you can follow the principles within those areas, training, nutrition, recovery, supplementation, and mindset, if you'll follow those, you'll decide and follow the disciplines within those areas, you'll achieve that health and fitness lifestyle that you want so bad. And I want it for you so bad. So let's break it down. Let's break the five down real quick. Let's look at training. Let's look at what involves a good balanced training program. Just in general, consider having a combination of strength training exercises and cardiovascular exercises. Imagine for a moment that we have a twin engine airplane and you're flying along, and one engine is cardiovascular and one engine is strength. So ideally we want to have both engines going strong on your airplane. At least I would want that, wouldn't you? So yes, so we have a combination of cardiovascular exercise and a combination of strength training exercise. Now, what makes up a good strength training program? What is a good way to build a quality training program? 5 elements, I believe, make up a good quality training program. 1, proper form, variety, intensity, proper training principles, and consistency. Those are the 5 elements that make up a good training program. Let's break them down for a moment. Let's look at proper form. Why would proper form be so important? Well, 2 big reasons. Probably guessed at least one of them. So 1 is so that you don't get hurt. And that's really important because an injury is going to set you back. 2 is so that you're exercising the muscle effectively. And you're getting the most out of your time. You're having an effective use of your time. You're not just going through the motions, rushing through the workout. You're doing the proper form so that you're getting the most out of everything, you're being efficient with your time, and you don't get hurt. Let's look at variety. Why would we want to change it up from time to time? Why not just do the same workout over and over again? 2 big reasons. 1 is so that sometimes people mentally get bored of doing the same thing over and over again. Well, then 2, what I feel is more important is that our bodies adapt and will plateau. So as we're on that muscle building, fat burning journey, you can hit a plateau if you're doing the same thing long enough and your body adapts. So by changing it up, you can consistently break through plateaus and get to the next level. And how can we add variety? Glad you asked. Well, you can change up the way you group the workouts together, whether you do a 3-day routine, a 4-day, a 5-day, a 6-day. You can break up the combinations of the body parts in each workout. You can change the rep range, whether it's higher reps or lower reps. You can change the speed of the movement, the tempo, maybe 2 seconds down, 1 second up, 2 seconds down, 1 second pause, or a 5 seconds down, 1 second at the bottom, explosive up, zero at the top. There's all kind of ways to do it. So variety. So we talked about proper form, variety. Let's look at intensity. What comes to mind when you think about exercising with intensity? Well, imagine for a moment that we're doing chest presses. We're going for 12 repetitions. We're going to get 9, 10, 11, and we barely get that 12th one, but we got the 12th one. What's the most beneficial part of that set? The first few reps or the last few reps? Will be the last few, right? And why? That's where the overload occurs. That's where the challenge occurs. That's where the breakdown occurs. So I encourage you to train with intensity. Push yourself. So we talked about proper form, variety, and intensity. Now let's look at proper training principles. There are many different training principles like compound sets, supersets, circuit training, up and down the rack, 21s, rest pause training. I encourage you to just get familiar with them. Go on Google or ChatGPT and look up what are the different training principles and how can you include them into your routine. And speaking of routines, we have a free download either on Android or Apple called, if you look it up in the search category, it's under Workouts for All. Workouts, the number 4, ALL. It's a free download. And I'm adding new workouts every week. There's not a lot there, but there are a few good workouts there available now. And I'm going to be adding them every week. It's a free app and free workouts for all. So that's the name of the app, whether you're on Apple or Android, Workouts for All. So you can download it. You'll see that logo right there When you pull it up, whether it's Apple or Android, download it, set up a free account, and you'll have access to ongoing new workouts. I already have my nutrition resources there, and the best, most popular, most informational reels, like for video learning. So we talked about proper form, variety, intensity, proper training principles, and last but not least is consistency. What do you think about when you think about training and the power of consistency? Well, imagine for a moment that we have you and say we have a twin of you. And say we're going to meet back here in 1 year. You have the same fitness goals. We're going to see who did the best. You started off, you worked out 4 days a week, cardio and weight training. You ate healthy. You got your rest. You were doing all the fundamentals. The other person started out that way, but then missed a workout here and there, skipped a meal here and there, had some extra sugar here and there, didn't always get the full amount of sleep. At the end of the year, who was going to have the best results? Be the consistent version of yourself. Absolutely. So that's consistency. Now let's look at nutrition. Imagine for a moment that we want to build a beautiful 2-story house from scratch. And imagine that we only have half the materials necessary to build the house. How far are we going to get? About halfway, part of the way, right? So the foods that you and I eat on a daily basis are the supplies that goes towards building our body. And what do I recommend? A combination of 50% fruits and vegetables, 25% whole grains, and 25% plant-based proteins like legumes, lentils, nuts, and seeds. I feel there are basically 4 different ways that food affects our bodies in regards to our fitness goals. Metabolism, energy levels, blood sugar levels, and insulin levels. Metabolism, blood sugar, insulin, and energy. Right, sorry. So let's look at that for a moment. Imagine that we have a fireplace, and on one hand, we have a stack of oak wood. And on the other hand, we have a stack of paper. And not including kindling and getting the fire started, but if we had to choose between the oak wood or the paper to burn in our fireplace, which one would you pick and why? Well, most of us would pick the oak wood, and why? Because it's going to burn longer, slower, more efficiently. And that's what foods like fruits and vegetables and whole grains and legumes, lentils, nuts, and seeds all burn very slow and very efficient. Unlike sugars and alcohols, are going to burn fast like paper, processed foods. Let's look at recovery. I encourage you to get between 7.5 to consider getting between 7.5 to 9 hours sleep a night, 2 hours of deep, 2 hours of REM. And how can we go about doing that? A few different things to consider. One is have the same sleep time and wake up time every day. Budget that time, whether it's 8 or 9 hours. Then can stop eating at least 2 hours before sleep time. That'll help slow your metabolism down, slow your heart rate down, and cool your body down, which is good for a good night's sleep. And then if you accomplish that objective, back it up to 3 and even 4. Try that. You'll even have even a higher quality night of sleep. Then also too, consider limiting screen time an hour or 2 before bed, like phones, TVs, computers, things like that. So that's recovery, that's sleep. Let's look at supplements, basically for a moment. I feel there are basically 2 different categories of supplements: nutritional supplements and enhancement performance supplements. With nutritional supplements, that's like protein shakes, smoothies, protein bars, those kind of things. And with enhancement performance supplements, that's like creatine. That's even where prescription medications can come into play. But the idea here, though, is that we go with the fundamentals. We have the exercise, the nutrition, the recovery, then we supplement. And then last but not least is the mindset. So we started off this talk today about what's the difference between discipline and motivation. And remember that motivation is that feeling. It feels good. I love to feel motivated. I listen to motivational stuff to keep me fired up. I like that. But it's a feeling. The discipline is the decision that, hey, I'm going to do this many workouts. Like I know exactly how many workouts I'm going to do for the week, and I do them no matter what. I don't always feel like starting it in the moment, but that doesn't matter. That's the feeling. I decided what needs to be done, and then I do it with the fitness, with the workouts, with the nutrition, with the sleep, with the supplements, with the daily mindset, affirmation, prayers. And the same for you. I encourage you to remember to make that decision that you're going to achieve this goal. I feel like it is good for you to be in health and fitness shape. It's not good for you to be overweight. It's going to be uncomfortable for you in a lot of ways. You're not going to feel your best. And eventually you may have a health issue really related to it. So it's good for you, it's good for your family, and it's good for your country to be healthy and fit. Do it for yourself and do it for everyone else. I'm going to leave you with that. Don't forget to download the app. It's a free download. It's under Workouts for All. Workouts, the number 4, all. You're gonna whether you're Android or Apple, you'll see that logo right there. I'm adding free workouts. You download it, set up a free account, and you'll have free. You just look up under workouts or plans, it's called, or workouts, and then you'll have every week I'm adding new routines, and it's going to be full of all kind of great workouts. Then also too, if you're looking to take your health to the next level, what I do personal fitness coaching, and what that is I build you out a good workout routine and nutrition routine, and I help walk you through. I coach you, I give you the plan, and I encourage you, and I'm here for you, just like a concierge doctor. I'm your concierge personal trainer, and I assist you in getting to that process. If you're interested in finding out more about that, I'm offering you a complimentary consultation. It takes about 20-30 minutes. And to set that up, the information is going to be in the description of the video, or you can text me the word FIT to 520-400-9573 for the complimentary consultation. And let's see if it's a fit. May or may not be a fit. Either way is okay. All right. Be blessed. And remember that health is wealth. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.